life affirming to that. That's life negating. And
This is with Bob?
Yeah, I started telling him. And his regression got worse and worse and more manipulatory. He started manipulating. Now, when
Manipulating?
manipulating. And when Phyllis went out to dinner, they took Phyllis and me out to dinner over here to the South American place over here by Hospice.
Yeah.
Dio de Sol or something. Robin knows them real well. They're in the same club.
We went there with Bob once.
Yeah, Phyllis ate, and she said, David, I saw right through those people. They have put him on you because they got you for peanuts and took you out to dinner, and you were very nice and humble. They used you like a freaking steamroller.
This is
Phyllis. And
not Robin.
No, Robin, she did a twofold thing. Robin said, wait a minute. David can't afford to live on $1,200 a month in that trailer. It's eating us all alive. And so she went into her manipulative thing, because in her business she has to lie in court 2 times a week for 15 years. So and that's where they go to lie. So anyhow,
they don't know how to communicate.
No,
they're learning how to.
That's why they're in court. So anyhow, Robin says that my brother can't do it. He's breaking out with herpes. He just can't do it. And we're getting ready the place, and he has to find a home and all that. And his brother said right away, well, okay, that he had to go along with that big stop. One half of Robin was for that. The other half of Robin was, I need to get rid of that place and make some money on it because it's going downhill. And Penny too. Okay, so it was split. Oh, I'll take the split and work with it. You told me work with her because you don't want her for an enemy, but work with them a little bit and go on, and you'll eventually get healthier and healthier. Meet them halfway. You know what I mean? And I did get mad with her 2 weeks ago, and I said, you and Penny treat me like filth.
Uh-huh.
No, we don't. I said, yes, you do. And I dropped it. And then she started getting nice after that. And bringing gifts and money.
Now, you got to realize that people who are ingrained in dysfunctional behavior, even when they are called on their dysfunctional behavior, will turn around the calling, the pulling of their covers,
right.
Pulling off of their covers.
Right.
They will turn that around into a dysfunction as well.
Absolutely.
Because it's ingrained. The dysfunctional behavior is ingrained. This is why a change of scenery, a change of relationships, a complete and utter change is often the only cure for certain people. Because the only way they have learned to be able to cope with certain relationships is in a dysfunctional way. So you have to change all the relationships in order to get a different set of behaviors.
Agreed. Is there any way my daughters can hear this? I would love them to hear this.
Yeah.
This is good for them, Damon. They don't know me. They know what they know. God bless their hearts. They're good girls. I'm very proud of them. But they don't really know me.
Yeah, this will help.
And this takes years to know somebody.
Yeah, and this is just a moment in time. That's why I do my journals, is that I just want, being that my relationship isn't what I want it to be with my significant others, my children, I want to give them a little capsule of where I'm at 42 years old.
Right.
They will make it what they want. We always make the world into what affirms us. Or whatever,
Most likely.
Even if we're affirming a dysfunction, we'll turn the world into a dysfunction.
Let me throw this in real quick. Tara, right now, this is, what is today? Today, 24th?
Yeah.
24th of
February.
February. Okay.
Yeah, 24.
We're into Pisces, okay. We're into water, the collective unconscious. Tara called me, or I talked to her yesterday, and she told me basically what she's doing. And I'm sad and happy for her at the same time, because I know there's so much stress and responsibility laid on her lap, which I know how it is when you're going to school, you're working in a doctor's office, and you've been promoted to a division character where she supervisor, head of the nurses. That's 4 years of RN, and has to report to the doctors. The doctors go, I want to know why this, and this. So she's coordinating that. Plus the hospital up there, St. Luke's, is going through the new program, putting everything in one bill. That's what the hospitals are doing today. Instead of going radiology, this, that, they're doing it all under one roof. Everything is coming at you. And she's in that process of taking that class. So she's a very busy lady. Plus she has a man in her life who has a 9 or 10-year-old daughter. So Tara has a lot on her plate. Dinah has a lot on her plate. A new old house being rebuilt, works at a place that not only does she do hair, but she also sells other things inside this one in-house company. And the times they are changing, yes, and they're moving rapidly. And I do realize this more now that you've said in the last 3 or 4 years, that reality is a moving target. And let me tell you, it's moving, Damus. I saw the universe move and I went.
And so if we get caught up in a fixed and steadfast version of life,
oh my God,
then we slow down our movement with it.
Yes.
You know, and ultimately life wants us to slow down into the fixed and steadfast.
What I want to do with you, in my own self when I'm not with you or with anybody else, is not to overanalyze everything, but to become, life negating, life affirming, and at the same time, I can think about it, but I don't want to overanalyze all these millions of bits of particles I'm hearing from different people's conception of where they're at now, whether they're faking it or not faking, or put defenses up, or whatever. And I want to be able to integrate it without going stupid. And at the same time, I also want to be...
Well, this is very typical, Dave, that somebody who you have been through, the last 20 years has been a major dedication to a dependent other. Some other person that has had a serious health issue that needs you to be there for them. Not them there for you,
That's right.
but you there for them. And so there's nothing, everybody may rebel against your going and doing your own thing. To hell with the world, I've got to do my own thing. I've spent 20 years doing everybody else's thing for them.
That's right.
You know, they may all have a fit about that crap, but it's got to happen. And, you know, we can destabilize another person's consciousness because we don't empathize with the fact that they have their own life and are experiencing their own process.
Mother, Ruby, one of the major dysfunctions in her life as a master hairdresser, and she was gorgeous at it, was all these negative clientele women that used her like toilet paper, and I would stop them, and they hated me for it. You know, that was part of my being what do you call it, an enabler, probably. You know, going along and trying to help, you know.
Well, listen, you were in a committed relationship with your wife.
Right.
And that's what a husband and a wife do naturally.
Right.
You know, because you've got to live with her. You've got to see her.
Oh, they ran over her like a steamroller.
You know,
I stopped them.
And that's plus she was a Pisces, you're a Virgo. They're opposites.
Right. So,
you know, that tit for tat stuff, you know, occurs with opposites. You know, it's just a natural process. The Pisces can let people run all over them because they're so compassionate.
Right.
They have so much ability to empathize with another person, not sympathize, but empathize.
Right.
That some Pisces go crazy and become egomaniacs because they just have to shut off their psychic ability to empathize with another person, so they become egomaniacs. Or they put it off on somebody else. Well, I'll let you be the asshole, and I'll be empathetic, and then you come save me from being empathetic by fending off all of these people. You see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
That's codependent.
Yes.
Okay? But that's also the axis, as far as Jeffrey Wolf Green goes, between Virgo and Pisces. Virgo Pisces is codependency. There's this codependency where life lives on life. Now, codependency is a disorder. Interdependency is a intellectual conception where life lives on life as a symbiosis, where there's a symbiotic, healthy relationship. It's sort of like on some big fish, they have these little fish that eat the bacteria off the gills.
Right.
And so the little fish get all the bacteria they need to feed, to eat, to live,
Right.
and they clean the big fish's gills off.
That's right.
And the big fish says, "Thank you so much. I don't have a problem with you eating all
And
this
the
stuff."
birds do it in Africa to the animal.
That's symbiosis.
Yes.
Okay? That's a symbiotic relationship where it's co-beneficial,
Yes.
not codependent, where, see, codependent is a disorder where I cannot get my needs without you doing what I need you to do.
Yeah, and
You
I
see
wonder
what
if
I
I'm
mean?
being codependent by listening to Peggy and Phyllis saying, you know what? You blindly went into this Bob thing. And
And I have,
you have a different perspective.
I don't think you went blind.